Last year I spoke with a buyer. I'll call her Sarah. Sarah was smart, responsible, great income, good savings, good credit. And she had done something most buyers think will help them. She had researched absolutely everything, every mortgage program, every prediction about rates, every YouTube video, every Reddit thread. And after months of research, she told me, I'm just waiting for the right time. Fast forward a year, she called me again. Same job, same market, same desire to buy. But one thing had changed. She wasn't asking if it was the right time anymore. She was asking, did I make a mistake by waiting? And that's what I want to talk about today. When people think about buying a home, they're usually focused on one question. Should I buy now or wait? But I think that's the wrong question because most people only calculate the visible cost of buying. Down payment, the mortgage payment, closing costs. What they rarely calculate is the cost of doing nothing. In behavioral economics, have actually a name for this, and it's called opportunity cost neglect. Let's start with why waiting feels so comfortable. Imagine two choices: buy a home today or wait 6 months. Most people immediately see the risk of buying. What if prices fall? What if rates improve? What if I choose the wrong house? What if I overpay? Those risks seem obvious, but what about the risk of waiting? Most people don't naturally think about those. That's because our brains treat inaction differently than action. If you buy and something goes wrong, you feel responsible. If you wait and something changes, it feels like the market did it to you. Psychologically, waiting often feels safer, even when it isn't. Now let's talk about those hidden costs. And no, I don't just mean equity. Let's make it practical. When buyers wait a year, they often focus entirely on one number. Maybe rates will go down. But life isn't happening on a spreadsheet. What else happens during that year? Another year of rent, another lease renewal, another year of sharing walls with neighbors, another year of delaying the office space you wanted, the backyard your dog needed, the school district you wanted for your children, the extra bedroom for family visits. Those things have value too, not just financial value, life value, and most people don't even calculate them. I've worked with buyers who waited and were happy they did. Maybe they changed jobs, needed more savings, had uncertainty in their lives. Waiting was the right decision. But I've also worked with buyers who weren't waiting because they needed to. They were waiting because they hoped uncertainty would disappear. And that's a problem. Uncertainty doesn't disappear. 1 year from now, there will still be headlines. There will still be predictions. There will still be experts disagreeing with each other. At some point, the question becomes, am I waiting for a better opportunity or am I waiting to feel completely certain? I think buyers ask the wrong question. Instead of asking, should I buy now? Try asking, what would need to be true for me to feel comfortable moving forward? That's a much better question. Maybe it's more savings, less debt, greater job stability, a specific monthly payment, a certain amount left in reserves. Those are measurable, actionable, specific. Now you're making it a plan instead of waiting for a feeling. This is one of the biggest misconceptions people have about talking with a lender. Many think the purpose of the conversation is to get someone pushed into buying, but I don't see it that way. Sometimes the outcome of the conversation is, you're ready. Sometimes it's, let's work on a few things first. And sometimes it's, buying doesn't make sense right now. All three outcomes are valuable because clarity is value. If you're asking yourself whether you should buy now or wait, don't just calculate the cost of buying, calculate the cost of waiting too. Not because waiting is always wrong. Sometimes it's absolutely the right choice, but make sure you're making the right decision, not just postponing one. Because confidence doesn't come from perfectly timing the market. It comes from understanding your options and having a plan. That's where every good home buying decision starts.